So guys, free battery swap and free charging is back, but there's a catch. Only for Envo owners. And this is of course a special promotion during the Chinese New Year holiday where it's free to swap and free to charge on all the highway swap stations and Neo highway chargers for Envo owners. I'll break all this down. Of course, last year during Chinese New Year, what you're watching right now, I upgraded my battery and I swapped all the way to my wife's hometown completely free. Now, battery swap has always been free for me because I was one of the early Neo owners, but then later on in about the middle of 2023, they stopped giving away free battery swaps and instead replaced it with free swap vouchers. Now, during Chinese holidays like National Holiday and Chinese New Year, they used to make swapping completely free for Neo owners as well. And then that was kind of expensive. So last year they kind of made it just so that the service fee was free, but you had to pay the electricity fee, which I thought was, much more reasonable. But now, since Envo is just getting started, there aren't that many Envo cars on the road. It makes perfect sense for Envo to offer free battery swap completely free and free charging completely free to the current Envo customers, which isn't a lot. Whereas if they offered completely free battery swapping to all the Neo owners, that would be a very big cash burden. So that's definitely a very good move that they're doing. And of course, giving away free battery swap is such a generous move on behalf of Envo. Of course, it plays into the hearts of the Envo owners, and they're very happy about this and more likely to recommend the Envo vehicle to other customers. Now, of course, what you're watching me doing this super long road trip, I'm thinking of doing another one this Chinese New Year, which is coming in a few weeks. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if I should make another one of these, but go somewhere else and just swap all the way, maybe upgrade the battery again. Now, let me make it clear, it seems like this year, Neo owners will not be receiving any sort of free battery swap or battery swap won't have any sort of free service fee or anything like that. Like, it seems like this year it's all going to be paid for Neo owners, okay? Except for those that have the free swap privilege. Now, if you open the Envo app, this is the first thing you'll see. This is during Chinese New Year. Every Envo owner has unlimited amount of highway swap and charging. So you can charge as many times as you want on the highway and swap as many times as you want on the highway for free during the Chinese New Year period. And then we have some more details when it goes down. And then it says that from January 22nd to February 12th, so around 20-ish days, this is when it's going to be completely free. It's only for the Envo L60, only on the highways, and this does not include third-party chargers. And then there's, you just basically use the Envo app to place your order, and it's going to be all handled. It's going to be free. So that's very, very nice. Of course, that means Envo owners can use their cars and go on a road trip. You don't have to use a gasoline car. But on top of that, they also have a bunch of other services. For example, during Chinese New Year, you can get free maintenance. They're giving away free maintenance. So you can drive your Envo L60 to any service station. There's over 20 different checkups that they're going to do, and basically the AC, control systems, everything, and make sure that your car's very well. And so that's very, very nice. Free maintenance. And then also, of course, they're ensuring that there's over 1,000 plus swap stations that's going to be operating 24 hours a day. They're also apparently increasing the number of batteries in the highway swap stations for Neo swap stations on the highway, so that more Envo owners can swap there as well. And then, of course, you also have the dedicated driver service for Neo, and of course, you can use that as Envo as well. And it's, of course, a paid service. So if you want someone to do the driving for you instead of you driving the car, you can definitely do that as well. And it's basically 24/7 as well, also during Chinese New Year. So you can have your own personal driver through Chinese New Year, which is absolutely amazing. And then, of course, there's also this freebie package, freebie sort of supply stations on the highway. Different swapping stations will have these where you can get a free drink, a free snack, and also some gifts and stuff like that, which is very, very generous. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. All of this is cash burn and stuff, but this is, of course, what sets NIO apart. This is, of course, what makes them so much better, and this is what creates that brand loyalty, so to speak, that makes these drivers and these owners really recommend the brand because they're just so blown away by it. Now, one thing I vividly remember going on this road trip last year, it was just such an incredible experience being able to swap and not really have to leave the car. There was that one mishap where the swap station, kind of got stuck. One of the bolts got frozen and the lug nut had to be replaced. So I had to go to a service station and had to charge. But apart from that, it was all like pretty nice and very, very convenient. And I didn't have to really like wait for charging, which was quite nice. You see a lot of lineups. Even gasoline stations have lineups, and that could be very, very problematic for people. So I personally really enjoyed going on this road trip and driving and just finding the next swap station. And there's always a swap station a couple 100 kilometers away, and you're just it's like one target to the next target, and you're so happy to reach the next swap station, swap. There's so many swap stations right now, almost 3,000 swap stations. If you visited one every day, it would take you about 2.5 years to go to every single swap station. I mean, that's how many swap stations there are out there. Just an incredible amount. And everywhere you go, you also have new houses as well. So you kind of feel like you're at home. There's always a place for your kid to play. And I remember going to this one was in Hangzhou, which was just right next to the lake. And it was just a beautiful new house, and my son absolutely loved it there. My wife was able to have some nice desserts and some nice drinks as well, and we just had so much fun. Like everywhere you go, there's a new house, and you can sort of rest there as well. Of course, Anva owners can't go into NIO houses. That's a privilege exclusive to NIO owners, but you can bring an Anva owner into the NIO house if you are an existing NIO owner. So definitely, every year during this Chinese New Year period, NIO gets a lot of publicity for the generous things that they do. And also, of course, battery swap people lined up fighting for chargers whilst they look at battery swap, just swap and go, swap and go. It gets a lot of people, jealous of the fact that, the NIO and Anvo, you can just swap and go, which is really, really nice. So definitely hoping that NIO gets more publicity during this Chinese New Year. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.